fireworks absolutely guaranteed in this one. Robert Whittaker, you're a big fan of Justin Gaethje's, aren't you?
I am. I was there for his debut in the UFC, the Ultimate Fighter finale. And he's just such a down-to-earth guy. When you speak to him, you feel he's very down to earth, he's very humble, he's easy to talk to. But you also, as soon as you start talking about fighting, you understand he's meant to be fighting. You know what I mean? He's just got a headspace for it. He goes into every fight, no holds barred, like zero concern for his safety, and just puts in stellar performances and gets results.
Former World Series of Fighting champion as well, and has delivered highlight after highlight, and that's why they call him that. Now, Alexander Volkanovski, you're a fan of Justin Gaethje's, but also of Rafael Fiziev's.
Yeah, definitely. I know Rafa, pretty well. I've trained with him in Thailand a fair bit, but I just love how every time Gaethje fights, they're matching him up with guys that are going to stand and bang with him as well. So it's all, which is majority of the people, as we were saying earlier, that are in the top 5 anyway. But I'm just glad that this is a fight Rafa gets to get. Again, I'm pretty close with Rafa, so I'm glad he gets to fight someone in the top 5 and against a big name like Gaethje, because I think this is a good fight for him. You know, they're both wild. He loves the pocket, so it's going to be very exciting. I think he's a little bit better in the pocket too. This could be a bias because I've trained with him, even though I know Gaethje is a very calculated. A lot of people think he's just a brawler, but he still is very calculated. He's actually got some really good setups, especially as they exit. Usually presses, people try and get away and goes, He likes to, bridge a nice hook and catches a few people with it. So he's very calculated, but I just think Rafa, this could be a really good fight for Rafa, but at the same time, anything can happen and it can be finished in the first round, and we don't know who's going to get that knockout. It's that type of fight. But I think this is a big fight. I'm very happy for Rafa to get this opportunity.
One thing I am impressed with Fiziev is just that every punch he throws or kick is filled with bad intention.
Yeah.
And he'll keep that pace for the entire fight. He'll stalk you around the octagon and just load up on every shot. He's explosive and fast. There's not a lot of tells, but every single shot is just, like I said, filled with bad intentions. Every shot is designed to finish you, and I'm very curious to see how that plays into Gaethje's fight style, because Gaethje's, again, he also throws with a lot of venom, but he can also set a faster pace. He puts out a higher volume of shots, or he takes one, gives 3 sort of thing. I would like to see Gaethje wrestle more. He's a very top tier wrestler. For someone
All-American level?
Yeah, with someone with such great wrestling, he doesn't really like to use it very much.
I guess he doesn't have to, in a sense, and we all appreciate him knocking off on the show too. I think he knows that.
Definitely, but I'm sure one takedown every so often would kill him.
I feel like he and Michael Chandler are very similar in that regard. Very strong wrestling background, but they don't use it all that well.
Well, you see, with Chandler, I can kind of understand, because when you look at him, he just screams explosive power, right? You can kind of see why he doesn't wrestle too much, because if he starts using his explosiveness, I swear he covers about 3 meters a second. He's fast when he moves stuff. And just the distance he closes, because he's generally the shorter guy. If he starts utilising wrestling that way, he might get the takedown, but you saw in his fight with Poirier, when he really went for that shot, he didn't stand back up with the same energy level in his arms. He didn't have the same pop, the same speed, the same entries. And on a guy like, generally the shorter guy, in his fights, you see his opponents start to really catch up and close that gap.
And when you were talking about Rafa, to touch back on that, when you're saying is that everything's loaded, he's got to be one of the fighters that he can do like a 20-hit combo. He'll stay in the pocket and he'll just throw massive combos. And I love to see that type of stuff. It's very hard to pull off, and sometimes it can be unsafe, especially against a guy like Gaethje, who we know is going to, while you're doing this 20-hit combo, he ain't just chilling up. He's maybe chilling up for a second. He's throwing bombs back. So anything can happen here. I can't wait for this. Like I said, I feel like Rafa might be better in the pocket, but against each other, this could be dangerous for him, because we know Rafa ain't going to take it back. Gaethje ain't going to take a back step, and he's going to be throwing bombs straight back. So this is going to be fun, man.
That's what I'm interested in. I'm interested in seeing, Rafa. I'm taking your name. Rafa throw his venom-filled punches and then because Gaethje generally, he likes to slip, dip, take it, then reply with 3. I want to see what happens when that first exchange of volume starts to happen.
Let's just get rock and fucking robots.
This is going to be a
going at
great
it.
fight.
Let's
I can't
just
wait.
go.
It's going to be absolutely massive. The main card, a reminder, does commence at 8 a.m. Sydney time, so make sure you set your alarms on an early Sunday morning